Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a warm John Carroll welcome for our 2016 commencement speaker, Beth Mooney.
Thank you, Father Niehoff, for that wonderful introduction and for the opportunity and invitation to be your speaker today. I'm delighted to be here with all of you on this momentous occasion as you celebrate your graduation from this great university that is truly one of Cleveland's treasures. And I would like to congratulate all of you for your accomplishments, and congratulations to your parents, professors, and mentors as well. Although this is your day, they also deserve some of the credit, because you couldn't have come this far without their help and their support. They all stand with you today, and today would be a great day to let them know how much you appreciate them. And it doesn't end here. I think you'll find that throughout your lives and your career, you'll continue to have mentors and supporters. Some of the same people who've already helped you, and some new ones who will be there for you to give you the boost you need just at the right time to help you achieve your true potential. I certainly did, and I will always remember them. I am grateful for what they did for me, and I hope you will always remember those who have helped you, and you shouldn't wait to let them know how much. And I think one of the best ways to thank them is not just in achieving success in your life, but achieving success in the way you live your life. Not what you achieve, but how you achieve it. In other words, what you do may define your accomplishments, but how you do it will define you. But before you can show the world who you are, you have to know who you are. As a college graduate, and no matter your career or calling, it is important to have a strong sense of yourself, to know who you are, and to truly understand your own personal true north. By making the right choices for you, and by always doing the right things in the right way, I believe you'll find happiness. And I have found that this is the best path to a strong personal brand in the eyes of your colleagues, your loved ones, and perhaps most importantly, yourself. In business, in politics, in public service, all of the greatest leaders have that ability. Our greatest leaders also have passion and commitment to a cause greater than themselves. I believe that passion is the spark, the engine, if you will, that changes the community. Indeed, I believe it can change the world. It has been said that passion is the genesis for genius. And I would tell you that in life, you will be faced with obstacles and with people who can only see what can't be done. You can't give up your passion if things don't go your way. You can't lose heart or grow bitter if there are twists and turns on your journey. It has been said that the cynics will be the loudest voices, but I promise you, they will accomplish the least. Your passion is your power. Use it to stay focused, to work long and hard to achieve your goals. Your passion will fuel your dreams and lift your spirits. It will help you and those whom you influence to soar. Passion is a very popular subject for commencement speakers. And at this point, you might expect me to say something about finding your passion. And I would say that you just can't sit around and wait for your passion to find you. You must go out and find it. Some of you may have already found your passion, and this is a wonderful gift. But I would speculate that many of you are still waiting. My advice would be to make it your job to discover what your passion is. Your passion won't necessarily come from inside, Many times it will come from outside. And by that, I mean this is something that I don't believe you can do in your head. You have to get out there and try different experiences. Experiment, if you will. We learn who we are and what we are capable of by testing and learning, not in theory, but in practice. If you're observant, some opportunity, some challenge, choice, or problem will present itself to you. Embrace it. The experiences you take on, combined with some of that fire in the belly, as I like to call it, will help you realize your goals and find what truly sings to your heart. Your passion will shape your life, it will define your mission and your calling. If I could use myself as an example, I would tell you that when I graduated from the University of Texas, a career in banking is not what I had in mind, but I had a problem. I was a woman, graduating in the middle of an economic recession, and I held a bachelor's degree in history. It was dawning on me that my degree was not going to be an entitlement to a job. In fact, the first job I landed out of college was as a secretary. I was Phi Beta Kappa, and I had graduated summa cum laude, but when I interviewed, they wanted to know how fast I could type. We can all laugh about that today, but the fact of the matter is that was how it was for women of my generation who were starting out in the business world. So I landed my first job as a secretary in a bank. This is why, as I'm standing here today as the first female CEO of a top 20 United States bank, that I believe that the world has changed over the course of a generation. Women and diverse leaders are better educated, more prepared, and have more opportunities today because of the courage of trailblazers like John Carroll University, who have made diversity and inclusion part of their mission. I look forward to the day in our future when the fact that I was the first female CEO of a top 20 U.S. bank becomes a footnote, not a headline, because it will be a great day indeed. So for my second job, I decided that I was intrigued by banking. But when I applied to bank training programs, I got turned down flat. But I wasn't in the mood to take no for an answer. But at one bank, I was given the opportunity to meet with the head of the training program. And I sat there in his office, and I badgered, and I bickered, and I begged until 3 hours later, I just plain wore him down, and he finally gave in and offered me a job. But I wanted that job, and as I said, I wasn't in the mood to take no for an answer. So I was given the chance, and my banking career was underway, and I was on my way to finding my true passion. But he gave me much more than a job. He gave me an opportunity. He made it a condition of my employment that I go to school at night and earn my MBA. And without that credential, I would not be standing here today, and I owe it to him. I am deeply grateful that I had the opportunity when I was named CEO to reach out and to personally thank him. Because somebody has to believe in you. Somebody has to give you the opportunity, even if in my case, it was just to get me out of his office. It made a difference. And what you do with the opportunities given to you in life is always part of the story. So if I can continue to use myself as an example, one of the first lessons from my own experience is acquire the credentials you will need for success. Your degree is just that, but don't stop there. Continue to go after the opportunities with the most potential to open the greatest number of doors for you going forward. You are at a crossroads where your choices, your plans, and your efforts to augment those credentials really matter. Choose wisely. Don't sleepwalk through the opportunities that you encounter. And I would also say that once you find your passion, don't take no for an answer. Go out and do what it takes to succeed. Work hard, and then work harder. And when you get the chance to lead, do so with your best personal commitment to be part of the solution and to add value. I would tell you, do it with passion or don't do it at all. To close, I'd like to share my own philosophy in the hopes that it may give you some things to think about in terms of life and leadership. First, always be your best and never settle for anything less. If you can say that you always did your best, you'll never be sorry. Someone once gave me graduation advice by the way of an old quote that says, "Life is either too long or too short not to be happy at home and at work." I think that being happy, part of that is knowing that you are being and doing your best. If you follow this advice, you will always be able to look back with pride instead of regret. Second, be of service. Giving back to the community is not only your responsibility, it is an opportunity to make a difference. Your community needs your talents as much as your career does. You will always be glad that you made service part of your personal tradition. And finally, be grateful. Gratitude gives us dignity and grace. Without gratitude, we grow old and bitter before our time. And as I said earlier, there is no better time than today to say thank you to those who have helped make this day possible for you. And never forget that your education at John Carroll University has given you the fundamental tools to be the leaders of tomorrow. You have been inspired, prepared, and empowered to be the leaders in a diverse and global world. Now, the rest is up to you. Our community, our nation, and our world need you and your collective talent. My generation will pass the torch to you. And that torch I referenced comes both with an opportunity and an obligation. You are members of a global, diverse, and more equitable world than the one we inherited. Going forward, your generation will be entering a truly transformative time for leaders who have more choices than ever before. You will be the game changers. You will make the difference. So as I close today, I hope that as I have used that proverbial torch, that I'm lighting a path forward ahead for all of you as you embark on this next chapter of your life. Let nothing dim that light inside of you. I wish you every success, and I wish you a legacy as strong as your remarkable potential. Congratulations, class of 2016. Your future is bright.